Hello, let us solve this nice radical simplification problem using two methods. As we do that, don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe to my channel for more unique mathematics content. Now I want you to recall from the law of indices that if we have the square root of a, the square root of a can be equal to a to the power of 1 divided by 2, right? Great. Now, if you have that, we are going to apply that into this expression. And applying that into this expression, 3 to the power of x has just one square. So we're going to assign it one square. And that will be 3 to the power of x all to the power of 1 divided by 2. Now, consider the other square root, which is the square root of 9x. Square root of 9x has two square roots, so we're going to assign it two square roots. We'll have 9x, right? Multiply by 1 divided by 2 and multiply by another 1 divided by 2. Great. Now, we have the square of 81. It has two square roots, so we're going to assign it two square roots. 81 to the power of x, right? To the power of 1 divided by 2. It has three square root, 1 divided by 2. And then we'll have what? 1 divided by 2. And recall, all these will be equal to 81. Great. Now look at that expression very well. We are going to simplify. If we simplify that expression according to the law of indices, this is going to give us 3x to the power of 1 divided by 2, right? Multiply by, all these will multiply, and that will give me what? 9x. All the exponents will multiply by 1 to the power of 4, multiply by, this is going to give me 81 to the power of x. All exponents will multiply, and that will give me 1 divided by 8, and all these will be equal to 81. Great. Now, if we simplify this further, what do we arrive at? The exponent will still multiply. This will give us 3 to the power of x divided by 2, multiply by 9 to the power of x divided by 4, multiply by 81 to the power of x divided by 8. And all this will be equal to 81. Great. Now look at this very well. What do? We are going to simplify. If we simplify this, we're going to have all these to become, I want to simplify such that they will all have a common base. And to do that, we only have 3 to the power of x divided by 2, multiplying 3 to the power of 2, right? Which is 9. And that will be x divided by 4. And this will be multiplied by 3 to the power of 4, right? All to the power of x divided by 8. And this will be equal to 81. Great. Now, we are going to multiply the exponent, and this will give us 3 to the power of x divided by 2, multiplied by 3 to the power of 2x divided by 4, right? Multiply by 3 to the power of 4x divided by 8, and this will be equal to 81. Great. Now, in the next step, I want us to simplify this. This is going to give us 3 to the power of x divided by 2, multiplied by 3 to the power of 2x divided by 4, multiplied by 3 to the power of 4x divided by 8, and this will be equal to 3 to the power of 4. Great. So we have all three. We can easily simplify now. So this is going to give me 3 all to the power of x divided by 2. Remember the law of indices. 2x divided by 4 plus 4x divided by 8. And this will be equal to 3 to the power of 4. Great. So having this expression, we can now simplify further. But before we simplify further, there is one unique thing we need to do. Let's reduce this. This here 1 is going to give us, this is give us 2. 4 here 1, 4 here is going to give us 2. So the expression will appear unique we'll have 3 to the power of x divided by 2 plus x divided by 2 plus x divided by 2. Well, unique, and that will be equal to 3 to the power of 4. Good. Now, with this, we can easily simplify. All of these have a common denominator, so we are going to add the numerators, and the numerators is going to give us 3 to the power of 3x divided by 2, right? And that will be equal to 3 to the power of 4. Having a common base, we are going to equate the exponent, and that will give us 3x divided by 2 equal to 4. From here, we are going to multiply both sides by 2 to get the value of x. So we'll have 3x divided by 2 multiplied by 2, and that will be equal to 4 multiplied by 2. So that simple expression is going to give us 2, clearing 2, and then we'll have 3x to be equal to 8. 2 times 4 is 8. To find the value of x, we'll clear both sides or divide both sides by 3. This clears this, and then we'll have the value of s to be equal to 8 divided by 3. And that is the value of x. So s equal to 8 divided by 3 is the solution to that expression given to us up there. Now remember, I said we're going to use two unique methods, and whichever you find easy, you can easily use. Now let's look at the second method. In the second method, we are going to look at the square principles. Considering the square principle, we're going to have all these expressions. Remember, we have the value of 3x multiplied by the square root of 9x multiplied by the square root of 81x to the power of x. All this is equal to 81, right? So we're going to use the principle of square root. In the first instance, if we square the principle of square, if we square both sides, you're going to find out that this square will only have to deal with the first square, and then we'll be left with 3 to the power of x multiplied by the total square root of 9x multiplied by the square root of 81x, and this will be equal to 81 to the power of 2, right? Good. Now, considering that expression, we are still going to square both sides. Now, if we square both sides, we are going to have this expression to become squared, and this expression becomes squared. So from that expression, we'll have the first expression to now become 3x multiplied by square multiplied by the square root of 9 to the power of x all to the square root of multiplied by the square root of 81 to the power of x all squared, and this will be equal to 81 to the power of 4, right? Good. So from this expression, you find out that this square will take care of this square root, and then we will be left with 3 to the power of 2x multiplied by 9 to the power of x multiplied by the square root of 81 to the power of x, and this will be equal to 81 to the power of 4. Good. Now, from this expression, now we are going to simplify further. If we simplify further, we're still going to take the square of both sides. So if we take the square of both sides, all these squared, right? And then we'll have all these what? Squared. So that expression will now give us 3 to the power of 2x all squared multiplied by 9 to the power of x all squared multiplied by the square root of 81x all squared, and this will be equal to 81 multiplied by 4 times 2 is going to give us 8, right? So from this expression, this square will take care of the square root, and then we'll be left with, this is going to give us 3 to the power of 4x. The exponent will multiply 9 to the power of 2x, multiplied by 81 to the power of x, and this will be equal to 81 to the power of 8. Now, having gotten all this, you can now see that we can simplify by making all have one common denominator. This is going to give us 3 to the power of 4x multiplied by 3 to the power of 2, all multiplied by the power of 2x, multiplied by 3 to the power of 4, right? All multiplied by the power of x, and this will be equal to 3 to the power of 4, all multiplied by 8. Great. Now, if we simplify that, we're going to have 3 to the power of 4x multiplied by 3 to the power of 4x multiplied by 3 to the power of 4x, and this will be equal to 3 to the power of 4 times 2 is equal to 32. Good. So adding up this is going to give us, comparing the law of indices, 4x plus 4x plus 4x, and that is going to give us what? 12x equal to 3 to the power of 32. So having same base will equate the exponent. So we'll have 12x to be equal to 32. Divide both sides by 12. If we divide both sides by 12, y 12 clears 12. The value of our s will be equal to 32 divided by 12 is going to give us, if we have 4 here, 4 is going to give us 3. 4 here will give us 8. So we'll have 8 divided by 3 as the solution to that expression. So you see, using these two different unique methods gives us the same answer, and that is the reason why we used it. So you see, you can use any of these methods in solving this question, and you arrive at the same solution. If you did enjoy watching this math solution, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with friends and colleagues, and remember to subscribe to my channel for more simplified maths content. Thanks so much for watching, and bye bye for now.